Hey everyone, Brian here bringing you another episode of Under the Umbrella. Did you know that the Umbrella was founded over 30 years ago when a group of artists had a vision to turn this old school building into a vibrant arts community? The Umbrella now houses over 50 studios and almost 60 resident artists working in a variety of disciplines. I'm here in the studio of Lois Anderson, one of our incredible painters and instructors, to sit down with the man behind the vision for Rabbit Hole, director Bill Deschenes. Well, Bill, thanks so much for joining me. I'm really excited to have you here and to chat about Rabbit Hole a little bit.
Thank you.
So, just for our viewers, give them a sense of who you are, how you got to the Umbrella, and maybe highlight some of your more memorable projects.
All right, I'm Bill Deschenes. I first came to the Umbrella last year when I volunteered to be an assistant stage manager for your production of Next to Normal. And was impressed with how things ran here and what you were trying to do with your new season. And so in the back of my mind, I always had this idea to direct this play, Rabbit Hole, and so I pitched the idea to you.
Speaking about the play and the issues that it sort of deals with, what drew you to Rabbit Hole as a play, as a production, and why did you want to propose to direct it?
I really think it's my favorite modern day play. It really is. To me, it's kind of exactly the kind of play that I like. And this one in particular, I remember seeing it when it first came out. I think it was the year after it was on Broadway. I saw it at the Huntington Theater. And I remember hearing about the subject matter and thinking, ugh, that sounds kind of dreary, quite honestly. And I had some tickets. I think I even got free tickets to it, and I even considered not going because I really want to sit through 2.5 hours of this seemingly dark play. But then when I saw it, I decided to go, obviously, and when I saw it, I was just astounded at how profound it was, how deeply affecting it was, how enjoyable it was, and it's, just because of subject matter, that's an odd word to use, but it was really just an amazing, amazing play.
So the play centers on this couple, Becca and Howie, who lose their child in a horrible accident, which hopefully is something most people never have to live through. Because it's such a foreign subject, how is it relevant to audiences, and how can they relate to it even if they don't necessarily fully understand what this couple is going through?
Sure. Well, that's what this couple is dealing with, but I think in sort of a broader sense, the play isn't just about the death of a child, it's about loss in general. This play presents it in such a way that anyone can recognize themselves in pieces of it or characters on stage. The characters are all people that once you see them up there, you feel like or you know people just like them, and you know what they're going through. So it's really just extraordinary, and it just feels so real.
That's something that the cast had mentioned when we sat down with them, how natural and authentic that the play feels. Is that something that you wanted to focus on as a director, focus on that sort of authenticity in the experience?
Absolutely. When I read the play, the language, you can just hear it. You can hear it spoken. You feel like I said, you know these characters. It just feels so authentic. And it's how people that I know talk. It doesn't feel like it's contrived or the playwright has an agenda or point of view he's trying to push or anything like that. It just feels like real life. And it's just accessible on that level, of course, but then it really holds up to a lot of scrutiny too, or analysis. And if you really peel back layers as we've done in rehearsal, it's so deep and there's so much to it, and it's so moving, in a profound way.
So you mentioned that peeling back layers in the rehearsal process and really diving deep has been important, and Randy, who plays Howie, mentioned that there's such a fearlessness and a level of trust between these cast members in the rehearsal room. How did you achieve that? How did you go about getting them to break through those boundaries and feeling safe in that space?
Well, first, I'm really glad to hear that, because that's definitely a goal of any director.
Yeah.
I don't think I can take very much credit for it, obviously. I think they just sort of, we just have an extraordinary cast that are so talented and so experienced and so dedicated.
What sort of challenges do you see, or sort of what excites you about transferring from the rehearsal room to the performance space, and how do you think that'll shape the cast's decisions?
Just being in that kind of space, though, the black box space. Yeah. Quite honestly, when we were first talking about staging it that way, I wasn't crazy about the idea, because in my mind it's kind of a traditional proscenium kind of show. But after having done it this way, I kind of can't even imagine directing it in another kind of space, because that intimacy that we're hoping is achieved in the 3/4 round is just something that seems pretty special for this play. It's something that it just adds another dimension to this play. And during the rehearsal process, I've been really conscious of trying to watch the play from all these different angles, and moving around to see moments from all these different angles, and it's really been so fun for me to kind of watch it from this side and watch it from that side, and just you pick up on so many different things. So I'm really, and plus of course just the intimacy, having the audience right there around us as they perform, is going to be something pretty extraordinary.
So I know when I direct a show, it's very hard for me to sit down on opening night. Are you the same way? Are you excited for it? Are you nervous for it? Are you nervous for them?
Yes. No, truly. And I'm usually the same way, where I don't sit down. I just kind of watch from the back. With this kind of setup, I don't know that that's possible, though, because I don't think I'll be able to do it. So I plan on sitting down, and I plan on really enjoying it, because I really have every confidence that the actors are ready to deliver a really extraordinary performance. I think they've created something really special, and I can't wait to see it. And I guess one of the best things for me as a director is when I can kind of relax and just watch it almost as an audience member, and not be nitpicky, and just kind of allow myself to get involved in it. And I find myself doing that so much in rehearsal already. So I really can't wait until it gets in front of an audience and we perform Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Bill, thanks so much for talking to me. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see the show. And you guys shouldn't either. Rabbit Hole opens in just 2 weeks on February 28th, and you can get your tickets online to all of our shows at www.emersonumbrella.org. To best stay up to date on all of our activities, like us on Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, every Wednesday a new episode, and every episode a new bow tie. We'll see you under the umbrella.